Trans-Asia Airways flight GE235 came down just 3 minutes after takeoff. The pilot praised for steering the falling plane past tower blocks and a highway bridge.
The pilot calls out to air traffic control. A driver below verbalises the horror. And a camera on the dashboard captures the plane go down. Today, rescue teams were recovering the wreckage and searching for missing passengers in Taipei's Keelung River.
We are joined now by Hannah Belcher. She is at Suvarnabhumi. Hannah, what's the situation on the ground there?
Well, Selena, there's absolutely no sign of these protesters moving anytime soon. They're becoming more entrenched by the hour.
The forced closure of the international airport by anti-government protesters has stranded thousands of travellers. But it's also paralysed the country's international air freight to the tune of millions of dollars.
Thai Airways says its cargo business is losing more than $11 million a day because of the airport takeovers.
This performance by our airlines is unacceptable, and the current position is unsustainable.
Their plan to cut 15% of the workforce over 3 years, freeze wages and bonuses, and retire aircraft, including all of Qantas's Boeing 767s and some older 747s, and defer orders of new ones. After today's announcement came the inevitable political fallout.
When will the government act to support Australia's national airline?
Qantas does need this government's help.
Australians are mourning. In a population of just 24 million, it feels like everybody knows somebody who died on flight MH17. Australia is now considering whether to list the downing of flight MH17 as an act of terrorism. Locals and tourists arrived at Darwin Airport this morning to find that Mother Nature had put their travel plans on hold. The culprit, the Mount Sungyang Api volcano east of Bali. Jetstar and Virgin say flights out of Sydney, Adelaide, Melbourne and Perth are operating normally, although aircraft are taking a more westerly route to avoid the ash cloud. It was a smooth takeoff. The 4-engine plane, surprisingly quiet. It makes about half the noise of a 747. Now, one of these will cost you about $7,000 return on the Singapore to Sydney flight. Sydney Airport has spent $74 million upgrading its terminal, all for the privilege of hosting the world's biggest jetliner.